He thought the worst was behind him, that the scandals, the backlash, and those 8-figure payouts were a thing of the past. But for Shannon Sharpe, peace was just an illusion, because sometimes it only takes one comment, one joke, one random moment caught on video to set everything off again. And this time, it's not his life that gets turned upside down. It's hers. It all started with a seemingly innocent video, a lighthearted moment at an Usher concert in Las Vegas. A woman from the audience is invited on stage and shares a few dance moves with the singer. Nothing provocative, nothing unusual, just a joyful, spontaneous moment like the countless others that flood social media. But that clip went viral and landed straight into the conversation on Shannon Sharpe and Chad Ochocinco's podcast, Nightcap, and that's where things spiraled. One of them made a remark, claiming the woman in the video was married and that her husband filed for divorce after watching the footage. A random comment, no fact-checking, no context, just an offhanded line thrown out for laughs. But it took off, shared, twisted, and amplified. Except none of it was true. The woman in the video, Jimalita Tillman, was not married. She wasn't going through any kind of breakup. In fact, she's the director of a cultural center in Chicago, a single mother raising her daughter, and someone who never asked to be thrust into the spotlight like this. When she realized her face was circulating everywhere, tied to a fake narrative, she acted. She published a statement denying the claims. She reached out to the podcast's team, wrote to the production company, simply asking for the truth to be restored. But all she got was silence. The video stayed online. No corrections, no apologies. The laughs continued. So did the comments. And what started as a joke became a daily source of public humiliation. Jimalita could have stayed quiet, let the storm pass, like so many others before her. But this wasn't just a misunderstanding. It was a direct hit to her reputation, her integrity, her dignity. So she decided to fight back. She filed a lawsuit, not just against Shannon Sharpe, but also against Chad Ochocinco and their production company, Shay Media. She accused them of knowingly broadcasting a false and defamatory story, a complete fabrication told to millions of listeners, never retracted, despite her repeated requests. In her complaint, Jimalita lays out the consequences: colleagues treating her differently, friends questioning her, a damaged professional image, and above all, a deep sense of injustice. What she's asking for isn't just an apology. She wants accountability and compensation for what she believes she lost. $20 million, a symbolic amount, but one that reflects the magnitude of the personal and professional harm she suffered. Because behind the viral moment is a Black woman, a community leader, thrown into the public arena without her consent, all for a cheap laugh. And this isn't the first time questions have been raised about the way Shannon Sharpe uses his platform. Some have noticed a pattern, a tendency to take aim at Black women, to turn their stories, real or imagined, into punchlines, as if their privacy, their image, their personhood could be used for entertainment without consequence. But this time, it's not staying quiet. Jimalita isn't just a name in a headline. She's pushing the conversation into courtrooms, newsrooms, and living rooms across the country. And for Shannon Sharpe, this comes at a fragile time. Just weeks earlier, whispers had emerged about a private financial settlement with an ex-girlfriend, unconfirmed amounts ranging from $15 to $23 million. Nothing officially verified, but enough to spark rumors behind the scenes. Soon after, his departure from ESPN was announced. Was it strategic, or was it a quiet exit under pressure? No one really knows. But what's certain is this: since then, he's leaned heavily on his podcasts to stay in the spotlight, a space where he thought he could say anything. Now, that space may become his downfall. What began as a throwaway comment is now a national case, and it raises bigger questions than just this incident. How far can entertainment go before it crosses the line? What happens when the media tells stories based on fiction, not fact? And how many women will have to speak up before they're seen as more than just targets for ridicule? Jimalita chose to speak for herself, for her daughter, for every woman who's been dragged into the spotlight against her will. And now the world is watching. So, what do you think? Should Shannon Sharpe publicly apologize? Or has he already crossed a line he can't come back from?